Good evening, everyone. Welcome to IQI Canada Evening Talks. My name is Yousaf Iqbal, country head for IQI Global Real Estate Canada, and it's my pleasure to bring back none other than Lily from IQI Australia on our evening talks. Hey, Lily, good morning to you. How are you doing?
Good morning and good evening to all the audience in Canada. I'm good. I'm doing well. And then Yusuf, how are yourself?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. Lily, it's been a while, since I know we are in touch with each other on a very regular basis for people to understand the power of IQI Global Real Estate. We're a big, huge, happy family, and we always say the sun is always shining on IQI. Australia to Canada, it's always shining on us, and we always regroup each other so well. But I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So happy things are opening up. Borders have opened up. Finally travel is opening up, people are traveling, things are going back to normal after 2 years, and definitely cannot wait to see you again soon in Malaysia, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh, we can travel to Japan this time again to visit
Oh
Suzuki-san.
yes, what a great trip was that in 2020, right? For our audience, we were in Tokyo. There was a property exhibition where Lily from IQ Australia, the team, and I was there. We all participated in that. We got so much a good response. Unfortunately, COVID hit, and then after that, we were not able to do it. But it was such an amazing experience in
Yeah,
Tokyo, and how people were really interested, especially in Australia.
that's right. Yeah, it has been picking up a lot, I mean, our border already open since April, so
Nice.
we start to see residents coming back. Maybe not much of a visitor yet, but we are
Yeah.
looking for more of them to come because I think the government still cannot handle all the visa application at this moment because it's so many of them. Because clients of mine, right, try to come in since before the border opened since March, but they still cannot get the visa until today because it's long queue. Yeah, good and bad. Good is like
Good.
we know already so many are planning to come back. Yeah.
That's I'm sure that also makes a big difference in the real estate market. I mean, I'm sure whenever we talk about the real estate market, and I always try to get an update from Lily to seeing like what's going on in the real estate market. So really, what I want you to do today is that share a little bit about a little market update, and I know you've got a very special project for our viewers. So let's get on to that as well.
Yeah, definitely. So I will put up my slide so that it's easier when I'm going to choose, right? Then you can actually refer to it. Okay.
Sure, no problem. Here we go. There we go.
Yep. Thank you so much, Yusuf. Yeah. So let's start. Okay.
Yeah,
Disclaimer. This is Australia style. We always say, okay, the presentation is for the sex, right, to give information for reference.
that's
Okay.
right.
Please don't just take our advice because we are not financial planner. So before you make any investment decision, please talk to accountant, talk to a financial broker, and get all sorts of consultations before you make that decisions. Okay. So today's right, I will quickly go through what sort of medium price right now in Australia, what is the interest rate, and what sort of benefit as a foreigner. And we will bring out this fantastic project called Serai in North Fremantle. Without further ado, so let's start with the medium prices. Okay, yeah, just enlarge this a bit. Okay,
Right.
so this is the national home value index that released by the CoreLogic in Australia. So CoreLogic is one of the largest custodians of property data in Australia, where they collect the data, they clean the data, they connect with millions of data. Then we usually use their data as a reference before we making any decisions. So, then according to these reports, right, as you can see on the screens, right, this report just released on the 2nd of May. Most of the capital city are still recording a monthly growth, right, above 1%, except Sydney and Melbourne, okay, where they actually lost things throughout the April. So also from these tables, right, what is the message that I'm trying to bring out is if you ever think of invest into Australia, please do consider Perth because as you can see, Perth is still one of the most affordable capital
Amazing.
city
Yeah.
in nationwide. Okay. And also, as you can see, right, per medium price is only 552,000, which is the only two capital cities with a medium price below 600,000. One of them is Darwin, which is around 500,000 marks. Okay, so think about both when you think about Australia. So
Sure, we have to think about cost for sure. I know,
and
because
because I'm there,
again, it's exactly, I mean, that makes a big difference. You got such a strong team over there, and I mean, in terms of the guidance is very very important. And as you rightly mentioned, from the price perspective, it's a perfect thing price to get into the market as well. With a very good median price.
that's right. Because most of the times, right, I told people, right, it's not about where you buy. After you buy, right, or after you purchase, right, you have to think about like who service you, who do the
Yes,
renting, who do the
that's right.
like taking care of your premises. That is the
That's
things.
right.
You are so right, Yusuf. Yeah. So this one is what I'm trying to show is the interest rate, because on the 3rd of this month, unfortunately, the Reserve Bank of Australia has increased the nation's cash rate by 25 basis points. So our interest rate go up to 0.35% now. So this making the first ever interest rate rise in more than 11 years. So which means that, for the mortgage payments, right, will become more expensive, of course, for most of the
Yeah.
Australians. And you will be surprised because 11 years we don't have the interest rate increase, right? So this will be the first time ever they experience a rate rise. So if the bank ever passed, the 25 basis points full to the banks, to the end users, right? The average borrower with, let's say, it's 500,000 loans, right? Let's say they have 25 years of terms, the repayment will increase by $65 a month. So for people with 1 million loans, right, the increase will be $130 per month, which is about 1,560. I think more to come, to be honest. Yeah. I think will be more or less the same in Canada. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. No
Yeah, we've
choice.
seen the interest rate increase as well. Yeah, there's no, that's from going from the Bank of Canada right now. We already had one increase. We're expecting another increase in the month of June as well. So,
Well, no choice. Or else
yeah,
the inflation, because of the inflation, because in Australia right now we are sitting at 5.1 inflations. So
yes,
I think interest rate increase is the only way to go.
true,
Okay, now
true.
we love benefits, okay? Because
Yes,
as we all know, stamp duty is an expenses that can't be avoided. So I think the same in Canada. So
yeah,
we do our best, or we hope to minimize it if possible. So here is the summary of the stamp duty in different states in Australia for a property value of 900,000. Okay, for a local buyers, right, the stamp duty is around 3 to 4%. For foreigner, on top of that, there is a surcharge 7 to 8%. It's different which state are you. So it will add up easily around 11 to 13%. So as you can look from the tables, right? If you buy in Perth with a property value of 900,000, your stamp duty is around 100,000. And then Melbourne is the worst. So the stamp duty
it's
is around
lower.
121,000.
Yeah,
So what is the benefit? I think this is the only state that we are doing right now. Currently in Western Australia, in Perth, in WA, so for any of the planned purchase, if the construction hasn't been started, so buyer can actually enjoy a 50% stamp duty rebate and
wow.
cap at 50,000. So as you can see the tables, right? If you buy into Perth today with a property value of 900,000, your stamp duty is around 100,000. But because there is a rebate from the government, 50,000, so your stamp duty is basically it's only 50,000. I think that is quite a good saving because towards most of the people, right, 50,000 is actually can become the deposit for the next purchase.
True, true.
And and it was just announced last week, from the 1st of June up to the 24th of October up to 2023, to purchase a new residential apartment in WA, the buyer can actually enjoy 100% stamp duty rebate. Of course, there is a condition: the property values, right, cannot be more than 500,000, and again capped at 50,000. So if the value is between 500,000 and 600,000, right, there is a prorata. And again, after 600,000, right, they will go back to this scenario that is 50% stamp duty rebate. So still a good bargain. That's how I see. So, if you have free money, why
That's
not?
yeah, it's
Mm,
very good. Why not? I mean, you got, as you rightly said, $50,000, use it for another property as a
that's
down payment.
right. That's right. Yeah, I think I will be cut out later on. The governments will stop money for that. Okay, but to be honest, right, they come up with these policies, right, also with the aims, right, to boost the market as well, to help
That's
also
right.
the first home buyer. Okay, now that is the fantastic project that I'm going to introduce and share. Since Yousaf invite me all the way from Australia to Canada, right, I have to make sure, so I pick one of the best one to show. Okay,
Lovely.
so because this
Amazing.
is one of the one I'm keep looking at, because I think it's fantastic to have a place like this too for my retirement.
Ah, yes.
Okay, so Serai is located in North Fremantle of Western Australia. So where is that? So this is a map of WA. So I took out the Perth metropolitan area. Okay, and as you can see, right, Western Australian is very lucky, because regardless you're living here north of the river, here is a river, our lovely Swan River. So we usually claim here is the north of the river, and here is the south of the river, and here is more like considered as inland. So regardless where are you living, as long as you I mean within 20-minute radius, you can go to the beach, you can go to the river, you can see water. Okay. So we are very blessing. But if you are looking very particular spot where you can cross to the oceans, or you want to cross to the river, okay, and there is only one spot, that is this corner, this peninsula, where we call the North Fremantle. Okay. Now, to give you a better idea how it looks like, as I mentioned, North Fremantle is located in a peninsula, and with the Indian Oceans. Here is the Indian Oceans, and the west, are located at the west, because we call Western Australia, right?
Yeah.
And then here is the river. Okay,
Mm.
and these areas, right? Actually, we have very strong afternoon sea breeze, what they call Fremantle Doctor. I don't know how they make the names, but they call Fremantle Doctors. So
Okay.
it makes the ocean beach, right, become a very prime locations for wing and the kite surfing. Okay, our
Mm.
project Serai, right, is right in the middle here. So
Okay.
because of this unique and premium area, right, so you would see the ocean, and you would see the river, the Swan River. So, and the next suburb close to it is Mosman Park, as you can see from the map. Mosman Park. I will elaborate a little bit more why, what is the special things about Mosman Park. Okay,
Mm.
and then let me show a quick video.
Sure.
Short one. Yep.
So I think our vision for the project is to create something that's truly special, and something that we're proud of, but also that people are proud to call home. And I think having an opportunity to create something that you genuinely recommend to family and friends doesn't come along that often. And because of the location, you've got such a good tie into your surrounds and lifestyle. You're a quick walk to the beach, you're a quick walk to the river. I think anyone who looks at the location understands why it'd be a great opportunity to make that into a community.
There's not many areas in Perth, if any, where you can effectively walk out your front door and be so in touch with the elements, whether that's a storm front rolling through in the winter period from the northwest, or a glorious summer's morning with the sun rising towards the east, the light easterly breeze. You can walk out your front door in the morning and be completely in touch and make a decision whether you'd like to go for a morning stroll around the river, or a swim down at the beach, or a coffee down on the local strip. This location has something for everybody.
Beautiful.
What do you
Very
think?
nice. Very nice. Beautiful. Very, very
Um,
nice.
so when I look at these projects, right, I'm so keen to get one myself. Okay.
I'm sure you will.
Okay.
It's a beautiful place. Yes.
I know you are just right in the middle, because
Yeah.
that is the oceans, and here is the river. So North Fremantle itself, right, there is a one train station located in the Stirling Highway, which provide the train service right through Fremantle and the Perth CBD. I trust most people living here, to be honest, yeah. I don't think they rely on public transport. Okay, North Fremantle's right to Perth CBD is around 15 kilometer, around 20-minute drive, and to Fremantle is about 2.6 kilometer away, so will be like 4-minute drive. So for those who never heard about Fremantle, so I just make a few words on that. This is one of the most popular tourist hotspot in WA. So in 2016, like the Lonely Planet actually named Fremantle as one of the top 10 tourism city, which shouldn't be missed. And North Fremantle, as I mentioned just now, is was bounding by one suburb that is called Mosman Park on top here, on the north part of North Fremantle. Why I have to mention that? Because this is one of the most expensive suburb in WA. So the medium house price is around 1.7 million. I mean,
Wow.
if you're lucky enough to get 1.7 millions, yeah.
Really
So
beautiful.
yeah, quite expensive to be honest. And the medium price for North Fremantle is only 1.2. So it's so expensive. So when you're living in Perth, like when you if people ask you where you're living, right? You say I'm living in Mosman Park, people will know, right? You're quite wealthy. Okay. Okay, now, so this one and what I'm trying to show is a report from Microbird. So again, this is one of the research and analysis platform that we use quite regularly because they are slightly different from RB data because RB data is more look into the the transactions from the property itself. And this one, they are more looking into the data like the council data, the government statistic, even the crime rate, the planning data, the school performance, and then they gather all these informations make into a very easy format on scoring, as you can see on the screens, that help the user to make a decisions, in terms of where they want to live, like whether convenience is important or lifestyle is important to them. As you can see from the screens, right, North Fremantle's right is almost full mark within most of the aspects. You see, there are 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Yeah, especially these influencer scores, right? Which is they judged by the income of the residents, the job nature, the education. As you can see, they are full mark. So you can imagine how wealthy the people living here. Okay. And then the next one is just a basic demographic. What sort of people living in here? So they are North Fremantle is a very tiny and quiet suburb. So they have around 3,000 of populations, and the medium age is around 45 years old. And if you break into details, right, as you can see, right, more than 30% is with the age of more than 50, and then like they have nearly how many percent? So I think 45%. Yeah, 18 plus
Yeah.
26, around 45% if with the age between 25 and 49. So like medium age, like middle age. So but when you look at the households, right, you can see from here, most of them, 48, nearly 50% of them, right, is a couple without a children. And also you will see a lot of them is the lone persons, like single.
Mm,
So
mm,
basically, it's right, 70% of these households, right, with either one or two people live in that property. But when you look at the property types, right, the houses and the villa is contribute like 74%. And but the apartment, which more suit to lone people or things we say double incomes, no kids, right, is only
yeah.
26% of them. So I
Okay.
see from the property, like from us, like as a property investor or real estate agents, right, we think that there's still a potential demand for apartments.
Mm, mm,
Okay, in terms of the medium price, right? For the houses, as I mentioned just now, is around 1.2 million, and for
yeah.
unit is stand for apartments, so it's around 830,000. And in terms of the grow, as you can see, right, units is grow much better than house. And in terms of the gross renter, unit also performs better than the house. I think this is because of the price points. Okay, that's why it makes like the figure looks much better in terms of the unit. And the vacancy rate is only 2%. This very low, lower than the healthy
Yeah.
point of 2%, which is good, which means that they have a high demand. Yeah. And here is the building again. They have in total 95 apartments, over two
Okay.
boutiques building, and 11 townhouse. Okay, and if you prefer a bay view, there are 44 of them. If you prefer an ocean's view, there are 55
Okay.
of them. Yeah,
Nice.
51 of them. It's nice, yeah.
Okay.
I look at the buildings, right? Can you imagine yourself these buildings, right, with more than 80 individual different design because of the way they design it. So the
Wow.
wow, the developer told me they will never do this again because it consumes a lot of effort because it's almost every unit come with different floor plan.
But that is so that's the unique thing about the property, right? They all come
That's
with different floor plans, different designs, so people can actually who's getting one design cannot have a similar design, but at the same time they
that's
could
right.
enjoy that design as well for their thing, which is
That's
really
right.
amazing.
Yeah, because nowadays, right, a lot of people they you see when you look at the datas, right, there is a lot of people over 50 years old, right? They actually don't mind to move back to this kind of apartment because for them, right,
Yeah,
it's a lifestyle changes. They don't need to taking
true.
care the gardens, big house. So for them, right, they don't want to live into they downsize, but they don't
Yeah,
downgrade. So they
that's
want they
right.
still want their lifestyle. So this one is very unique, like kind of like customized, can be customized make to suit their lifestyle. They don't need to, like I said, they don't need to downgrade their lifestyle.
That's right. That's right. No, very nice. Very nice. And for all our audience, I got Lily's contact information going on the screen right now as well. Feel free to contact us or contact Lily for any
Yeah,
questions you have for the property. As I mentioned earlier, we work as one team, so we got
yeah.
Lily's information there as well. So just want to make sure that people don't miss out that information.
Oh, good. Thanks, Yusuf. Okay, that is the view. If you prefer to have a swamp river view, okay. Actually,
Wow,
I
nice.
personally I love the river view.
It's
Okay, and
beautiful. It's
yeah,
beautiful.
I feel like peace. Whenever I look at that picture, yeah. And then if you prefer a ocean's view, or that is the Indian Oceans, so a nice view as well. Yeah,
Nice. Very nice.
yeah. And then now, this is a townhouse. In case is for some people's right, they still insist I want to have the landed one. That behind the
That's right.
buildings, right? They have
Yeah.
11 townhouse. Yeah,
Okay.
and I mean, you can because some people still always prefer landed. So you still own that land, but you can enjoy the common area and the
True.
amenities within the compounds. Yeah. So the residential mix, so they, as you can see, right, they have altogether 106. Okay, so they have sold out 43% of them since the
Okay.
launching in February. And this
Okay.
project only sell locally. They never go to overseas. Beside, IQI is the only company bring this project to overseas. So we are
Amazing.
promoting this project on behalf of them to Hong Kong, to Malaysia, and now to Canada. So,
Woo! Lovely.
so if not because of Yusuf, you guys will never heard about this project.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Lovely. Yeah.
So because you see, right, why I have to emphasize on that, because a lot of the projects, right, I wouldn't say which one or where they built, right, especially for investor from overseas. Okay, so the local buyer will not buy into it. So you have to think, right, in the future when you want to resell that, who can you target? Because the
That's
local
right.
buyer don't love this product. But this product, before they go to overseas, right, 43%, right, already absorbed by the local market, which means that the local people love that. So
That's right.
that is, I hope that is a good things that we share
Yes.
from the IQI point of view, because if not because of Yusuf, you will never see this project. Yeah.
Absolutely lovely. Thank you so much, Lily. And it's because of you we can look at these projects and really offer these kind of projects to our clients. You're absolutely right. Otherwise, we'll not even get a chance to even look at such an amazing project.
That's
Project.
right. That's right. Okay. So the apartment, the mix is the one bedroom, we still have five. It was nine, so there's sort of four. So as you can see, so a lot of them actually buy into two-bedroom and three-bedroom. And then the townhouse, they still have they still have 8 out of 9 for the three-bedroom. As you can see, right, still apartment is quite popular in this area. Okay, in terms, that is how the townhouse look like. Hang on. Okay, in terms of the price and the strata fee, because that is the two key things, right? Whenever we talk to the buyers, they always ask us how much is the price. So as you
Yeah.
can see, right, the one bedroom is from 565. The cheapest one, 499, it's sold already. So now the cheapest one is from 565,
Yeah.
565,000. Yeah, how is that considered as compared to the property in Canada?
So,
Similar prices or
you know what? Basically, depending if you're in downtown, then you're looking at almost like $1,500 to $1,800 per square feet. If you're in the
ah,
somewhere suburbs, you're looking at anywhere from 1,000 to $1,200 to $1,400 per square feet. Now, anything which is around $600 to $700 per square feet is considered really, really good right now. I'm talking
I
about
see.
just the Ontario part of it. On that, obviously, when you go to Vancouver, it's more expensive.
I see. Okay. So this one in because of the premium location, as I mentioned, right? Because you have ocean and the river view, right? So and the price range you may think, wow, one bedroom 565 is expensive. That is wrong because the size that I'm going to show you in the next slide is because the size is quite big in terms of it
Okay.
as you compare to the normal size. Okay.
Yeah.
I will go through the next slide. So two bedroom, just keep in mind that is around 800,000. For two bedroom is around 1.25 million. So when I go to the next slide, then when you look at the size, right, then you will say that is not expensive.
Wow,
Let's say for
that's
two
really
bedroom
good.
is 91 up to 138. If you divide the figures, right, I think it's still cheaper than what Yusuf just mentioned. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, and this is a strata size. Strata size means, right, I don't include the size of the wall or the
got it,
common
got it.
area. So that is
Beautiful.
exactly what you are going to enjoy. Yeah,
Very
the size is
nice.
quite big. Yeah, because for 91 square meter, for examples, yeah, this is only two bedroom. But with the same size, this one, if you put it over to Sydney or Melbourne, right, this will be a three bedroom size.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
why, yeah, I think the price is quite reasonable. No, actually,
It
very reasonable.
it
Yeah.
is, it is, and the size is also very, very good as well. I mean, 91 square meters, almost like 1,000 square feet. That's
That's
really,
right.
really good on that.
Yeah, that's right. And with such a facility and view, let's go into what sort of facility they have.
So, so I will
Okay.
tell you one thing. For 1,000 square feet in Canada,
Mm,
in terms of the number of apartments, you were actually what you do in Sydney and Melbourne, we do the same thing in Canada. If you're in downtown Toronto, you will have at least three bedrooms, three and a half bedrooms for that 1,000 square feet. On that,
okay.
within two bedrooms, they'll do about between 500 to 600 square feet. They come up with two bedrooms. So this is an amazing size.
Wow. Yeah. So now you encourage me. Actually, I have been thinking about this project for a while. I'm
Good.
very because I went to the site, right. When I look at the quality, when I look at the view, right, I'm so tempted with that. It's just because recently I just bought another cafe, right? So I'm not sure, but I'm quite keen,
Lovely,
for the
lovely.
lifestyle. Yeah. Okay, now the next one. That what sort of amenities they have? So they have the
Wow,
25-meter long lapse infinity pool. Okay,
amazing.
so which can be enjoyed by every single unit. Because some of the apartments, right, for this, right, they may be allowed only those super VIP or penthouse can enjoy. That is not the case. Everyone can enjoy the pool, and then they have the sunbeds, they have the fire pits, they have steam room, sauna, gym, yoga. You know what is the special thing? Oh, they have whiskey lounge. They have, of course, they have barbecue. In Australia all about barbecue. So they have that.
Yeah,
They have the residence kitchen lounge, and they even have a dedicated door wash area with the hydro, what do you call that, the hydro top. Like, I
yeah,
have no idea how it looks like, but they have a special area for the dog to wash. That's just
nice.
how much they are like cater all the pets. Because now, right, is really apartment living, in the old days they said no pets, but now they even have an area for the dog to wash. Okay,
Yeah.
for me, right, this is not just like a residential apartment. It's more sounds like a five-star resort now.
Yes, yes, that's beautiful.
And then the next one is the height. Okay, to be honest, we don't have 2.9 meters, right? I'm not quite sure is that considered as high for Canadians, but for Aussie, for local, this is considered as extra high because, as you know, right, when you have this extra ceiling height, right, that will
Yeah.
actually make the space look like 10% more. And yeah, is that common in Canada?
So
2.9.
we get a 9 feet ceiling. 9 feet ceiling is, again, I don't know how much into 9.9 meters, but 9 feet ceiling
Yeah.
is something which is considered really good because it does make a big difference to the apartment, because you
Yeah.
can see it in terms of the size of it looks really, really big.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, not every unit will have come with 2.9 meter, but most of the unit will come with the 2.9 meter in the living area. So you actually feel quite like, roomy. And then there are still some of the small units, right, come with 2.7, 2.8 meter high.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 2.9 is definitely is a plus for us. Yeah. Okay. Now that is the color scheme. So basically they have three color scheme to pick on. And then what else? And then, oh yeah, university. So just 10 kilometer away, right, there is one of the most famous university called University of Western Australia. This university actually ranked number 6 in Australia and number 86 in the global ranking. And why I need to emphasize this, because over the years, right, we always receive an inquiry from parents, right, when they want to buy the property, right, that is close to UWA, right, they always want to buy into this location,
Yeah.
which I understand, because for the student living, in the in the school dormitory, is around $380 per week, which is quite expensive. So that's
Yeah.
why they would rather to buy or to live close by. So I usually tell them, right, don't just buy, for the sake for your kids to study there, because one day they're going to finish their study. Why not just buy into an area where, in the future, when your kid finish the study, you can keep as an investment, and then there is a high demand on that. So that will be one of the reason. And then there is another university close by. It's called Notre Dame, which is just 5 kilometers away. This is actually in the town of Fremantle. They are
Okay.
specialists in law, medicines, nursing, educations. Okay. And even though, we see, right, most of the household is a couple without kids, but it doesn't mean, right, there's no school surrounded this area.
True.
In fact, right, there is a couple of top private school nearby. For instance, just 3 kilometers away, right, there is a St. Hilda Anglican School of Girls, which is ranked number 2 in WA. So of course there is still other school like John Curtin's, Christian's Brothers, Melville Senior High, what else? Santa Maria College. All this, they have quite a number of good school around that area. So I mean, in case you migrate here, then don't worry about the area, right, where they don't have school, which is, there are a lot of good school in this area.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
so yeah, so basically this is all I want to share today. So yeah, back to
What
you.
an amazing! Thank you so much, Lily. What an amazing project. I mean, it looks like, it's very good. Now, just a quick question in terms of the deposit structure. How does it
Mm,
work in terms of the deposit structure for these kind of projects? Like how much you need to put up a down payment, and
mm.
and second question would be, how does it work in terms of the financing?
Okay, so basically for to buy off the plane in Australia wide, okay, usually the minimum deposit is 10%. Let's say it's right,
Okay.
800,000, right, which we just saw just now, right, for 2 bedrooms, right? So you just need to pay 80,000 into a trust account that's holding by the lawyer, not by the
Okay.
developer. So the
Okay.
developer will never ever touch your money before the settlement. So there
That's
is
it.
no progressive payment. Okay, so slightly different from Malaysia. Malaysia's, right, you have the progressive payment. Once they build into what level, then you have to pay that
Yeah.
payment. That's not in Australia. So basically, once you say, okay, Yusuf, I'm going to buy this, no problem. So 10% deposit, nothing else until the building ready for settlement.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
usually 6 months before the settlement, my teams will start to work with Yusuf teams to talk to you whether you did a finance or not. We do offer finance for overseas buyer, no problem with that. And then if you have a better options, for instance, right, a lot of our Singaporeans clients or Hong Kong clients, right, they actually borrow from the local banks instead of
Okay.
coming here to get the loan. So because they may use their mortgage in Hong Kong, and then they get a very good rate, like one point. Recently we have one, they get only 1.9. So
Wow.
instead of coming here, they do the borrowing in Hong Kong, no problem at all. So they bring the cash here and settle in cash. So 6 months before the settlements, right? Settlements means, right, that is the times where you got the title of your
Yeah.
property and you get the key, okay? But 6 months before that, there are so many things IQI is going to do for you. First, we will ask you to see whether you will move in or not, or you want just treat as an investment. If you say investment, we will arrange a property management for you. Property management will pick up the key for you, do the inspections for you. But even though they will do the inspections, we still highly recommend you go for a third party professional inspection, which will cost you only like $300 because you
Yeah,
spend 800,000, right? Please don't save the $300.
true,
Yeah,
true.
yeah, we will arrange that. And then usually for apartments in Australia, right, don't come with the window treatment, because I think that is the only thing usually people want to design. So they don't come with the window treatment, not because they are stingy. And then this we will arrange for you as well. So we usually will go into like bulk purchase, and then
Right.
because usually we will get a better price. If you go alone single, no problem as well. But the thing is, when you do bulk purchase, as you know, there will be a good offer with that. And in terms of the tax bracket, things like that, right? Because as an investor, you need to pay tax after you earn money, which means that your income minus all your expenses. If you still earn money, you have to pay tax. But most of the time, we will bring in the depreciations, because the buildings were getting older. Which the ATO, that is Australia Taxation Office, allow you to claim tax in that one. So that kind of report we will also arrange for you from IQI point of view, because of the business amounts. I mean the volume we have, right? We always get a better price. Let's say, right, if you go alone to go to this quantity survey company to ask for this report, they charge you $600. But for us, we do in bulk, we may charge you only $300. Again, power of IQI.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course. No, that's really nice. So we can help them people with the financing. We can do the deposit as well. Is there a minimum deposit required from the foreign buyers for financing? Do you need to put in like minimum 20%, 30% for the financing?
Okay, for WAs, right, the deposits, right, is only 10%. And then if you go for financings, right, currently the best is always prepaid, right? 60% can get the loan,
Okay,
because we
very
do
good.
have cases where we can up to 70%. But I always tell the client prepare 60%. So what I'm trying to say is you prepare 40% as a
Yeah,
deposit and
yeah,
60% go for the loan. Yep.
perfect, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Lily. I think it's a very amazing project. So much. Thank you so much for your time.
No
Again, for
problem.
all our audience over here who are watching us live right now, we got the Lily's contact information over here. Please contact Lily for any questions you have. I can tell you one thing, the kind of services which IQIWA provides, which Lily was just now mentioning, that makes a big difference where you're investing and who are you investing with and what is the after sales service. And I always say that at IQI, we are never there to sell you anything. We are your advisors. You talk to us, give us a call. And the good thing is that IQIWA just does not have this one product. They
Mm.
have working with so many other developers. If in case this one is not for you, they'll be more than happy to guide you and assist you that what should be the next one. Again, if you're looking for investment, looking for your kids coming up there, uh, contact team Lily at IQIW, and they will help you a lot with that. Anything else you want to add before we say bye to our audience, Lily?
You already said all the points that I want to say. See, think alike. Get one
That's
thing
right.
alike. Thank you so
Great,
much.
great.
Yeah, it's
Thank you, Lily. Enjoy your day, and everybody also please take care of yourselves, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much, Lily. Bye
thanks a
bye,
lot.
everyone.
Thanks so
Bye.
much.